crafters and paper artisans, it's Shanta with StockednStuffed. I am here for the Summer Homes 2025 collab hosted by Poetspice. Every Wednesday morning, a group of collaborators will be posting projects that they have made that indicate some type of home. It can be a habitat, it could be a human home, it can be some type of summer traveling home. So anything around where somebody might live, or a living thing might live. How about that? So last week I did fairies, a fairy house, fairy door, and this week I'm doing an animal habitat. So I was inspired by this die. This is where I'm starting. It is Whimsy Stamps. I said die, but it's a stamp. It had a die. I never bought it, and now today I wished I had it. And it is called the Polka Dot Pals. There's several of the pals, a part of Whimsy Stamps, and he is Raiden. So it's really about the boy, but there was this little fox and this log, and the fox fits right. The baby fox fits right into the log opening there. And so that's what I wanted to focus on. Then after I got working, I realized, look, there's a door and a window. So I probably could have used that for my fairies too. I use Cottage cuts, the tree and the grass. And this one is called Tree. It's pretty simple. It's called Tree. And you know, Cottage cuts dies are always tiny. And well, not always. I always buy the minis, let me put it that way. And then I bought this one, brought this to the table, Picket Fence Mini. This is an oldie but a goodie from Tuesday morning. I actually tried to use this cloud, but the paper I used and the ink I was trying to use, it didn't actually come through. And the same with this. So those, I brought them, but I don't think they actually worked out. I got, so I'm focusing on the fox today, and I got an SVG called Cute Fox, and it was free from SVG Cuts. And I have another free one that was a part of a card called the Fall Blessings Fox card, and it was from Simply Crafty SVG. So sometimes I just find SVGs that I like and I save them, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to use it. I probably saved that one because it was fall focused. But because it had the fox on there, I just kind of did a search in my files, foxes, and it came up, and I was like, oh, I have a fox. So I used that SVG. This paper is another one of my little $3 finds at Michael's. It's Craft Smart. It's called Ink Art. And remember when I showed you all these originally, I bought this for backgrounds. I have two of them that I'm using for backgrounds. And I used a 6x6 cut apart for my background. My coloring is trash, so let me preface that. And I knew I was not going to be able to create a beautiful sky and the ground and all that. And so anyway, it is what it is. So I actually made a card front. I did not add it to a card yet because I don't know, I might just keep it for myself. So there is my stamping and my terrible coloring, and there's my grass. I used both the pieces of grass from both of those Cottage cuts dies to try to like merge in, and then I had to commit. I didn't like it, but I had to commit because I used this special 6x6 paper. And the reason I chose it is because the top was already blue like sky, and then it started to get green as it got down, so it looked like a night sky in the meadow. So I went with that. So I want you to just roll with me on this creativity. So I put my tree up high, and I put this fox because he was standing, and it's called the Cute Fox from SVG Cuts. I put him on top of the log like I'm protecting this baby. And then I put this one, the Fall Blessing Fox, like, you know, it's like a warm hug or whatever type of thing. And so I put it there. And these all required some paper piecing, but you know, I don't fool with eyes. So I use my stickles there, and also across his feet. I had another baby fox die, I have a die of just a fox head. And then I also have another SVG, which was more baby fox, which I kind of wished I had swapped and used it here, because then it looks like this one's guarding the babies. But anyway, there's my contribution. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this, but and I didn't even stamp anything on it. So it is a fox habitat. All right, there you go, Poetspice. It's the best I could do. And I promise you guys I'm gonna take a coloring class one of these days. I keep saving them and then I let them expire. And so I gotta get to that, because I keep buying alcohol markers. Well, I've stopped now, but I have alcohol markers and I'm not good at it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Check out the other collaborators that were rolling at the beginning and the end of this video. See you next Wednesday.